myself everything I need. Had some rough nights lately, but I'm feeling light. Sun on my face, wind in my hair, color so bright. Tryna smile instead of quick to battle on sight. Loving it now, choosing what's really worth the fight. Lust for the clouds, mountains, and the rain. Understanding through my dreams that there's a path to heal pain. Getting lit to stay lit, it just don't hit the same. Got so sick and tired of playing the game, yeah. Can't let it keep me down, no. Can't let it keep me down, no. Gotta stay in the now. About my style. Can't let it keep me down, no. Can't let it keep me down, no. Gotta stay in the now. Yeah. Finally finding peace. Shatter illusions, movement sets me free. Finally I can breathe. Surrender myself and now like taste so sweet. Yeah. Hoping I keep moving in the right direction. Gotta take the yin with the yang, it's all a testing. Open to the notion that everything is a lesson, and that we're always being sent another message. Traveling all terrain to gain perspective. Switch the view that said it's true that I'm defective. Been to hell and back, but I continue to stay reflective and give the wisdom all right back to the collective. Let's go. Can't let it keep me down. Can't let it keep me down. Gotta stay in the now. Can't let it keep me down. Can't let it keep me down. Gotta stay in the now. Gotta stay in the now. Finally finding me. Third eye opening up so I can see. Finally I can breathe. Loving myself and giving myself everything I need. Had some rough nights lately, but I'm feeling light. Sun on my face, wind in my hair, color so bright. Tryna smile instead of quick to battle on sight. Loving it now, choosing what's really worth the fight. Lust for the clouds, mountains, and the rain. Understanding through my dreams that there's a path to heal pain. Getting lit to stay lit, it just don't hit the same. Got so sick and tired of playing the game, yeah. Can't let it keep me down, no. Can't let it keep me down, no. Gotta stay in the now. About my style. Can't let it keep me down, no. Can't let it keep me down. Gotta stay in the now. Yeah. Finally finding peace. Shatter illusions, movement sets me free. Finally I can breathe. Surrender myself and now like taste so sweet. Yeah. Hoping I keep moving in the right direction. Gotta take the yin with the yang, it's all a testing. Open to the notion that everything is a lesson, and that we're always being sent another message. Traveling all terrain to gain perspective. Switch the view that said it's true that I'm defective. Been to hell and back, but I continue to stay reflective and give the wisdom all right back to the collective. Let's go. Can't let it keep me down. Can't let it keep me down. Gotta stay in the now. Can't let it keep me down. Can't let it keep me down. Gotta stay in the now. Gotta stay in the now.
Hello, warriors. Hello, community. How are you ladies doing tonight? Y'all know this is the place where we fight and we win. How are y'all doing tonight? Listen, I promise I'm not going to be on here a long time because once again, I am tired because I have been going all this weekend because I've been vending at the fairgrounds, Matt and I was just there today. So we were out there Friday where we had to set up Thursday, and then we were out there Friday, Saturday. I was out there today. I'll be out there tomorrow. I have not had anything to eat except a little nasty little, but I don't even eat McDonald's like that. It was the only thing I could get to, a little McDonald's chicken sandwich, something this morning. That's all I had. And I am starving and I'm sleepy. But I had to get on here and say hello to everybody, to my fellow warriors. Yes. Hey, warriors. Hello, Timlin. Hello, Phyllis. Hello, Monica. Hello, Granny. Guys, listen, I tell you, when I talk about my experiences, y'all know I always got stories, right? Okay, so over these last 3 days, I have a lot of stories, but I'm going to be saving some of that stuff, so I can't tell everything. But I always got a lot of stories. And but I will say this, because y'all know I talked about how Kamala, and I get mad at those people who act like they can't, pronounce her name right. It's Kamala, okay? But anyway, how they stole my "We Fight, We Win." I want to say I swear. Some people don't like it when you say you swear, but anyway. Okay. So there's a lawyer guy here. I want to say Daryl Isaacs. And he was saying, "We fight, we win." If you look at some of his billboards and stuff, it's saying the same thing. And I'm like, oh my God, like they're all selling my stuff. So he's got that on, I think I saw it on a billboard or something like that. And it had, "We fight, we win." Hello, Yvonne Bowman. And so it just must be in the atmosphere that we fight and we win. Okay. So this is what I want to get right to it today. I got a little bit of PowerPoint, but I'm not even going to show it today because, like I said, I'm going to get on here and encourage you to say what I need to say. And then I'm going to go get me something to eat. Okay. So, but this has to do with one of my experiences at the fairgrounds. Okay. So we are in what's called the West Wing, right? And it is humongous. It is humongous. And so there's like all these rows from A all the way to Z. This is my first time doing this. I am on row O. Okay. So I'm like, so you got two sides, it's just like vendor after vendor after vendor. I mean, it's just crazy, right? I'm on row O, like O23. That's my spot, O23. Then you also have a whole nother wing that's in a whole nother room that's like the antique section. And that's where I used to, like, when I would always just go as a shopper, I would always go in the antique section because I love looking at all the antiques. And I did see where this one guy had some, he and his wife had all this black memorabilia. And I don't know if you know what black memorabilia is, but that is like the Mammy salt and pepper shakers, or like all these different little figurines that are someone could say derogatory, but I look at it as history. And I love those things. And of course they are super, super expensive when you wanting to get any black memorabilia, especially if it's authentic. It's very expensive. And but he had all this black memorabilia. I mean, like, it's just crazy. I mean, from what do you call those things? From like cookie jars to things you put, spoons on, to the black face with, eating some watermelon and all that kind of, all those kind of stereotypes. But anyway, so all that stuff was over there as well. So there's people, just everywhere. Okay. So one of the times it's really hard to get away because there's always, people coming through. And we have had some sales and all that. Matt's been selling his stuff. I've been selling my stuff. And so anyway, but it's hard to get away. So at one point I told Matt, I was like, I got to use the restroom. So to get to the restroom, you got to go all the way out the front door, right? Where everybody's coming in. So I went to the restroom. So when I came back in, I was like, well, let me just walk through some of these aisles and just see kind of, what people have. And a lot of it is some of the typical stuff. You got the people selling skins. You got people, of course, all the way in the back, you got the people selling, to me, like junk stuff. Cause it's like deodorant, 2 for $5 or, some lotion and stuff like that. I'm like, why y'all using that stuff? It's probably expired. But anyway, whole nother story. And, or it might be, some kind of food or some kind of clothes or whatever. I mean, it's just, you name it, it's there. And so the aisles up front, to me, seemed like they were closer together. So it was just a lot. And so one of the things that I had even said to myself as I was walking through, and I told Matt later on, I said, to myself, I said, it's a miracle that I am getting any sales, because by the time they walk those aisles, both sides, not even over in the antique section, but just walk the aisles, and by the time they make it all the way down to O, I was like, these people probably don't even have any money. They just spent all their money, right? Or they're tired, so they ain't trying to, buy anything else. But we were getting sales. And so what happened was, I had this couple that came through, this white couple, and they were buying some pillowcases, and I think they bought some of Matt's shower steamers as well. So anyway, so I was just telling them, I was like, yeah, I said, I said to myself, it's a miracle, that I'm getting sales, because we're all the way back here on row O. And he said, you know what? He said, for me, because I was telling him, I was like, people probably didn't spend all their money and all that kind of stuff. But he was like, I look at it differently. He said, because he said, for me, being on those other aisles, he said, it was like overload. It was like too much stuff. It was this overload. He said, but by the time I got back here, then I was like, okay, now I can buy something. So that made me think, how sometimes we will look at things and we think, it's better, if I was up front, up there, where I can get everybody fresh, and I'm back here and it's going to be hard for me and all that kind of stuff. That sometimes you just have to change your perspective on how you see things. And, how sometimes when they say, everything that glitters isn't gold. Well, that was for him, because he was like, it was just too much up there. He was like, once he came back in the back, then he could, and it seemed like, because there was nobody behind me, because whoever was supposed to have their booth behind me, they never showed up. So there was nobody even behind me. But it's like, but when he got back there, it's like, okay, I can take a breath. I can see all this stuff. So it's the same thing with your life, guys, that sometimes you just have to change your perspective on how you looking at things. And don't always think that somebody else has a leg up on you, and because they're up front and you're in the back. A lot of times, and most times, really all the time, you are exactly where God wants you to be. So don't try to feel like, oh, I got to have what somebody else has. Change your perspective. You are where God wants you to be. And if there's things that need to be changed, hey, God will reveal it to you, but you got to have the courage now to make those changes, right? You can't get all whatever. You got to be okay to make those changes. Because I tell you, when I got there, what time is it? Okay, I got 5 minutes. Is that and I forgot to say, if this is your first time here, make sure you like the page, follow the page, share the stream if you're watching on Facebook, right? Come on, guys, share the stream if y'all have not already. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure you subscribe, hit that thumbs up button. Also, if you're watching on Facebook, y'all know I've been asking y'all since I changed it over to I Am Ruth to go over to YouTube and watch some of the old videos on I Am Ruth Ward, so that, the algorithms will send me up higher. So when somebody puts in I Am Ruth, that I'll be the first one that comes up, right? Okay. Yes. Thank you, Phyllis, for sharing the stream. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Okay. So here's the thing. You got to change your perspective. And then don't even think that, and I'll tell you, here's another thing that happened is that, and Matt was so right. So when we were getting our things together, to packing up the things to set up, I wanted to bring, which I ended up doing it because, right, Mom, what I say go, right? Okay. So I want to bring the tent to set it up. And he was like, we're on the inside. Like, why do we need the tent? Like, it don't make no sense. And I was like, well, we need to bring it up because it'll like kind of separate us from, other people or whatever. So he was like, I don't know why, like we're bringing the tent. It makes no sense. Right. So, we get the tent, we set it up on Thursday and all that kind of stuff. We get it set up. Well, then on Friday, because he wasn't there Friday morning, it was just me. So the men who run the thing, right? So they start coming around and they're like, yeah, your tent is 10 by 10. It's you need to pull it back some because it's out too far. Okay, fine. I pull it back. So then it's like somebody else. Well, now it's over the line for the people who's going to come behind you. Never mind you, nobody was behind me at that point. And I was like, okay, well, that's fine. I was like, we'll fix it if, whoever comes behind me, blah, blah, blah. Then somebody else comes. Well, this and that, you got to move this thing, right? Fine, so I'm just like really trying to be like really nice. Like, okay, I was like, this is my first time here. I didn't know. Okay. So finally I told one guy, I was like, look, when my son comes, we will just take it down. We'll just take it down. I kid you not. This guy was like, well, we'll just take it down like right now. So he was like, because I was on the end and nobody was behind me. He was like, we can just like scoot it over and, and we'll just take it down. So I had to take it down like right then and there. And I was like, oh my God, when Matt sees this, he's going to be like, I told you. So we took the tent down, it's laying on the ground, all, scrunched up like it's supposed to be. So anyway, so then it was like my thing. And then it was like another guy. And then it was like these other people and they had a tent. So one time when I went out, me. So I stopped and I asked them, I was like, what size is your tent? And they said, it's a 10 by 10. And I said, oh, mine was a 10 by 10, but they made me take mine down. And they were like, no, they were going to make us take ours. They said, they kept giving us heck. And, and they made them like scooch theirs in. And then they said they made us tape it because whoever was supposed to be behind them didn't show up either. So they were like, and they made us tape it to make sure that we didn't go over into the booth space behind them. And I saw where it was taped and they were like, yeah, they were like really, not nice about it. So my perspective had to change, right? Because at first I was like, they just doing that because I'm a Black female and I was trying to be real nice and everything. And I was like, okay, I don't want to ruffle no feathers. It's my first time here. Maybe might be my last time, but I don't want to ruffle no feathers, right? I don't want my name on no list. But I had to change my perspective when this other couple, they had the same trouble with the people. So again, sometimes you need to change your perspective and how you're looking at things. And sometimes it's not something bad about you or, somebody's out to get you or anything like that. Sometimes it's just what it is at that moment, okay? But we need to change our perspective. So when you go into work tomorrow, gives that person a break who's, maybe always mean or something. Give them a break. You don't know what they're going through, right? You go in the grocery store and somebody's in line and they got all this stuff, they is doing all this stuff. Okay, change your perspective. Again, maybe they don't have a lot of money, they can't pay for everything and they got stuff going on. Change your perspective. Even on how you deal with, whether it's your family members, could be your husband, your children, your sister, brother, whoever. Sometimes you need to change your perspective and how you see things and how you do things, right? It'll be so much better. All right, my time is up. I love you guys to life. I do. And please, and I don't even know if I said this last week. I don't know, because I was on here longer. Remember, I love you. I believe in you. I believe in your dreams. But most importantly, I believe in your action. So get out there and live your life. Make it count. We only get one, right? I mean, the YOLO thing, you only live once. What I always say, you live every day, you only die once, right? So get out there and live every day. Yes, I'm going to get some rest. I got to get me something to eat. I'm thinking I'm feeling some Chipotle. I'm kind of stuck on that right now. The bowl with the brown rice, black beans, chicken, if they have the pastor, which I don't think they do, chicken, guacamole, sour cream, the pica stuff, the corn. Yes, the chicken stuff. I want the bowl. All right, but I'm gonna see if I can get hubby to go get it for me so I can give me a shower. But I love you guys, and I will see you. Okay, I'm gonna be posting some more. I keep saying, but I got a lot of stuff to post and talk about. But I love you. I believe in you. Believe in your dreams. Most importantly, I believe in your action. All right, I will see you. Let me get to the right thing. Have a great weekend. I'll be working tomorrow. What the heck? What? And then it's over with, right? All right. I love y'all. Bye-bye.
Finally finding me. Third eye opening up so I can see. Finally I can breathe. Loving myself and giving myself everything I need. Had some rough nights lately, but I'm feeling light. Sun on my face, wind in my hair, color so bright. Tryna smile instead of quick to battle on sight. Loving it now, choosing what's really worth the fight. Lust for the clouds, mountains, and the rain. Understanding through my dreams that there's a path to heal pain. Getting lit to stay lit, it just don't hit the same. Got so sick and tired of playing the game, yeah. Can't let it keep me down, no. Can't let it keep me down, no. Gotta stay in the now.